Brajajanaranjana Yamunatira Banacharya Yamunatira Banacharya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gora Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. All right. ¿Qué verso es? 21. 21. Very good. Thank you. Okay. We are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 2, Text 21. Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim vyasam Tato jayamudiraye Nasta prayesha vadreshu Nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati uttama shloke Bhaktir bhavati naishtaki Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Ya etan martyam uddiśya bhagavaty apratidruhi druhyat yajñaḥ pṛthag-dṛṣṭis tattvato vimukho bhavet Ya etan martyam uddiśya bhagavaty apratidruhi druhyaty yajñaḥ pṛthag-dṛṣṭis tattvato vimukho bhavet Ya etan martyam uddiśya bhagavaty apratidruhi druhyaty yajñaḥ pṛthag-dṛṣṭis tattvato vimukho bhavet Ladies? Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Word by word, please repeat. Ya, who? Dakṣa. Etat martyam, this body. Uddiśya, with reference to bhagavati, to Shiva. Apratidruhi, who is not envious. Druhyati, bears envy. Ajñaḥ, less intelligent persons. Pṛthag-dṛṣṭis, the vision of duality. Tattvataḥ, from transcendental knowledge. Vimukho, bereft, bhavet, may become. Anyone who has accepted Dakṣa as the most important personality and neglected Lord Śiva because of envy is less intelligent, and because of visualizing in duality will be bereft of transcendental knowledge. The first curse by Nandīśvara was that anyone supporting Dakṣa was foolishly identifying himself with the body. And therefore, because Dakṣa had no transcendental knowledge, supporting him will deprive one of transcendental knowledge. Dakṣa, Nandīśvara said, identified himself with the body like other materialistic persons and was trying to derive all kinds of facilities in relationship with the body. He had excessive attachment for the body and in relation to the body with wife, children, home, and other such things, which are different from the soul. Therefore, Nandīśvara's curse was that anyone who supported Dakṣa will be bereft of transcendental knowledge of the soul and thus also deprived of knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om ajñānatimirandasya gyananjana salakaya chakshuru militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble respectful obeisances unto him. Srila Prabhupada ki. So here is the situation. Lord Śiva attended a meeting of great sages and demigods, and when Dakṣa entered the assembly, everybody stood up and out of respect for him. He was a great Prajapati, son of Lord Brahma, so everybody stood up. He had bodily effulgence. He was a very powerful personality. But Lord Śiva didn't stand up. And wasn't because he didn't respect Dakṣa. It was because he was in full meditation on the Supreme Lord. He didn't notice him. So, but Dakṣa took offense. Took offense that he's neglecting me, he's my son-in-law. He saw him in bodily relation. He didn't understand the transcendental position of Lord Śiva as a transcendental personality beyond the three modes of nature. And Bhagavan is one of the three Murti who's destroyed this universe. He's above all the demigods. But Dakṣa, being in the bodily platform, he saw him as my son-in-law, and he disrespected me by not standing up to welcome me. So he started criticizing Lord Śiva. First they cursed him. Imagine. For such a small thing, he became so angry. This reminds me of the pastime of Ramaharshana Sutta. He didn't stand up when Lord Balaram came into the assembly of the great sages, but that was a different situation. Lord Balaram was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Dakṣa wasn't. So everybody stood up to welcome Lord Balaram, offering obeisances and prayers. But Ramaharshana thought, since I was selected by the sage to recite the Srimad Bhagavatam, I don't need to stand up. So Balaram understood his mentality that he disrespects the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Balaram. So he thought he is not fit to sit in that chair to the Vyasasan to expose Vedic literature. So he took a kusha grass and just by touching him with that kusha grass, he died. You know why? You know why kusha grass is holy? Because when Lord Varahadev jumped into Garbhodaka ocean to rescue the earth planet, some hairs of his body fell on the earth planet and other planets too, and became the kusha grass. So that's why kusha grass is considered holy. So, and it is used in yagyas and puja and everything. So just by doing that, he, without much violence, just by touching him with the grass, You know the saying, not even a blade of grass move without the will of the Lord? Is an English saying, isn't it? Well, this saying comes from a pastime of Lord Vishnu. Once helping the devatas, the demigods, to fight against the asuras, the demons, the devatas came out victorious. They defeated all the demons. So they were very proud. Oh, we are so powerful, we are so great, we defeated all the demons. But Lord Vishnu wanted to teach them a lesson in humility. Listen from the Puranas. So Lord Vishnu took a blade of grass between his fingers and asked them, "Oh, Vayu, can it move a little bit, an inch?" Vayu blew all his mighty wind, nothing happened. He told Agni, "Can you make it change color, this blade of grass?" Nothing happened. Indra, you have a powerful weapon, Vajra, the thunderbolt. Can you cut it in half? Nothing happened. So all devatas understood. Without the will of the Lord, not even a grass can move. So all of them fell at the feet of Vishnu, asking forgiveness for their pride, and accepted him as their Lord and Master, Supreme Controller. That's a fact. Unless Krishna allows us, we can't even move a finger. He's Paramatma, it's not hard. He can paralyze somebody's finger or whatever. But he's allowing us to have some free will. No? When Indra attacked Brajamumi with big, huge storm and Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, do you know how Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill? I'm asking how it ended up in his little left finger. He left it with both hands, then put it here? No. In the Shastra it is said that he entered the cave in Govardhan. When he wasn't right in the middle, there was a quartz hill. He climbed that hill, and from there he separated Govardhan from the soil, from the bottom, and was perfectly balanced. And when he touched Govardhan, Govardhan expanded itself. Oh, scam, likely. Thank you. Don't answer scams. Some devotees have been scammed lately. Anyway, so, and not only that, Krishna put the Sudarshan chakra on the top of Govardhan, because some animals were on the Govardhan hill. They didn't jump up out of fear because Krishna lifted the Govardhan or because of the storm. They have full faith Krishna will protect them. And Krishna did that by putting the Sudarshan chakra on the top of the Govardhan hill. So by whirling around, all the water was evaporated. All the animals on the Govardhan were protected. And it is said also that Ananta Shesha came and surrounded Govardhan to protect it from any water outside the Govardhan, so to come in. And that lasted for 7 days. Now, amazing thing happened during that Leela. One of the things, after a couple of days, Krishna's friend told him, Krishna, your hand must be a little tired lifting this hill for so many days. Why you don't give it to Subal? He hold it for you while we give you hand massage, to ease your pain, They thought if Krishna can lift it, we also can lift it, We are the same. They don't. That's the amazing thing about the Brijavasi, eternal associate of Krishna Vrindavan. They don't think they are inferior to Krishna. They think they are equal to Krishna, sometimes even superior, because in a mock fight, sometimes they defeat him, and he has to carry one of his friends on his shoulders. So that was what Brahma got confused when he saw all this thing, Krishna eating little, stealing butter and yogurt and carrying friends on the shoulder. He said, can he be Vishnu, my father, who gave me birth? Brahma was born from Garbha Dakṣa Vishnu. So is he my father? How is it possible he's doing these things? So he had doubt. So he wanted to put to test Krishna's powers in comparison to his power. So what he decided to do, to steal all the calves and covered boys. And his plan was, according to Garga Samhita, was to take them to Brahmalok. But Krishna, knowing his intention, transformed himself into Brahma and arrived in Brahmaloka before Brahma. And he told the doorkeepers there, the guardians of the planet, there's a fake Brahma around here. If he comes, don't allow him in my planet. I'm going to change the password. Nobody else can come. So Brahma came, he was not allowed in his own planet. So he has to come back to the earth planet. In that round trip, one full earthly year passed. It is said in the Krishna book that 1 year passed. So where was Brahma during that year? He was going back and forth from Brahmalok. Now he came down and put all the sleeping covered boy and calf in a cave and covered it with a big stone. And he went to see what Krishna did meantime, And to his great surprise, he saw the same covered boy, the same calves, everything. He became struck by wonder. And who created these boys and calves? I'm the only creator of this universe. So anyway, well, Krishna gave opportunity to all the mothers of Vrindavan to become his mother. They had that desire in their heart. So to fulfill their desire, Krishna did expand himself in those covered boys. Now all the elder gopis, they were surprised because they loved their children, but they loved Krishna more than their children. But they were surprised, how is it possible that now we are loving our children the same intensity that we love Krishna? That's very surprising. They were confused. What was going on? So Krishna also gave the opportunity to the cows to have him as their son. Balaram was standing on Govardhan hill, and suddenly next to him passed a cow with raised tail and at great speed. And why she was such in a hurry? Her calf was Krishna, was at the bottom of the hill eating grass. Was a grown-up calf. So she immediately started licking his body and put him to drink her milk. And the elderly coward men, they came to separate them because this calf was grown up. He didn't need to drink milk. He was eating grass already. But they saw their children coming who were Krishna. They forgot the calf. They went to their children, smelled their head, hugged them, cried in happiness. Balaram was watching all this and said, so much love confuses me. I mean, there is a lot of love in Vrindavan, but this is something extra, Something extra is happening. And why he didn't know? Because the day that Brahma told the cowherd boys was Balaram's birthday. And his father, Nanda Maharaj, told him, Balaram, today is birthday, you don't have to go to work today. Stay at home, take rest. So, anyway, when Brahma realized his mistake, he fell at Krishna's feet and he saw all the cowherd boys becoming Vishnu, shining like many suns. He offered beautiful prayers, Now, but Brahma wasn't sure if Krishna forgave him or not. But in the case of Indra, when Indra heard that he could not harm the inhabitants of Vrindavan, he himself came on his elephant Airavata with the intention to use his thunderbolt, Vajra, to cut off the Govardhan hill in half. He came very angry, But Krishna saw him coming, and Krishna just lifted his eyebrow. And when Krishna did that, Indra's hand froze. He could not move it. So he understood, I am powerless in front of Krishna. I made a big mistake. Because of my pride, I forgot that I am his servant. So he was remorseful. He came down, asked Surabhi cow to accompany him on his behalf, to ask Krishna to forgive him. And Krishna very easily forgave him. He accepted his apologies and now the question may arise, why Krishna forgave so easily Indra, although Indra's offense was to harm the inhabitants of Vrindavan, while Brahma's offense was just to put them to sleep without any harm. And Sanatana Goswami explains that Brahma's offense separated Krishna from his friend for a full year, while Indra's offense brought together all the inhabitants of Vrindavan with Krishna for a full week retreat. So it was easier for him to forgive him. Now, one of the criticism that Dakṣa said about Lord Śiva, he didn't understand Lord Śiva. Even nowadays, many people misunderstand Lord Śiva. Here is what Dakṣa is saying. He lives in filthy places like crematoriums, and his companions are the ghosts and demons, naked like a madman, sometimes laughing, sometimes crying. He smears crematorium ashes all over his body. He does not bath regularly, and he ornaments his body with a garland of skulls and bones. Therefore, only in name is he Śiva. Śiva means is auspicious, no? Isn't? Or auspicious. Actually, he's the most mad and auspicious creature. Thus, he is very dear to crazy being in the gross mode of ignorance, and he's their leader. It is true, he's the leader of the ghost, like that. And many demons worship Lord Śiva. He tried to help them, When a couple is having sex at the time of twilight, Shiva is passing to the horizon, and he sent one of ghosts to be born at that time. So if you want to procreate, don't do it at the twilight. It's not auspicious time. That's what happened when Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu were born. That deity wanted to have sex to have children with her husband, Kashyapa Muni. But he told her this is not a good time now. Wait, she could not control herself, so he submitted, and because of that, two demons were born, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Anyway, so yes, Lord Shiva's behavior is a little unusual. Actually, it is true he smeared on his body ashes from the crematorium, but not any ashes, only ashes of Vaishnava he smeared on his body. So although we see in the painting Lord Shiva's color like gray, bluish, actually his body is golden. He looks like that because he has his body all covered with ashes. And also all the bones he carries around his neck, the garland, is also of Vaishnavas, not any living entity like that. So, and he's most auspicious because he's always absorbed in thinking of the Supreme Lord, always. That's why he's called Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu, the best of all Vaishnavas, because he's fully absorbed all time in meditating on the Lord. No? But Dakṣa, being a materialistic person, he only saw he judged by the external appearance, because he was in the bodily platform. He thought, I made a mistake by marrying my daughter Sati to this crazy fellow, and he dared not to stand up when I came into the assembly, even worse. So he became very offensive toward Shiva, and he even cursed him. So that was his, he had to suffer because of that. If you offend the Vaishnava, you have to suffer for it, Lord Shiva is very renounced. That's why sometimes he lives in crematorium. He's very renounced. He doesn't have any material attachment. He lives under a tree. But once Parvati, his wife, told him, my dear husband, we have now two sons, Ganesha and Kartikeya. Don't you think we need to have a house, to live in? Shiva said, yeah, why not? If you like to have a house, no problem. He called the architect of the Devatas, who is Vishwakarma. Very good. I'm seeing that you're paying attention. Please make me a nice house here, palatial building. Yes, of course. And make it covered by gold, very opulent. So he did that, Vishwakarma. So Lord Shiva had to do Griha Pravesh. He invited everyone for the inauguration of the new house, demigods and sages and brahmanas. They came as a big festival, big kirtans, prasad, everything. And Lord Shiva at the end was giving charity to the brahmanas. Whatever they wanted, he was giving. And the last brahmana, Lord Shiva asked him, you can ask me anything, so you are last, you can ask anything you like. And the brahmana said, well, to tell the truth, I like this house very much. Will you give it to me? Yes, it is yours. He went under the tree again, living under the tree. So she was very detached. He doesn't care for these things, But he was misunderstood, unfortunately, by Dakṣa. And because of that mistake, Dakṣa has to lose literally his head, literally. So Nandīśvara also became angry that Dakṣa was so envious of Lord Shiva and cursing him. So he cursed him also. Nandīśvara is the carrier of Lord Shiva, So we have to understand these pastimes and appreciate the fact that personalities who are above the three modes of nature, ignorance, passion, and goodness, they are not to be judged by external appearances or behavior. We can't imitate. Sometimes pseudo-devotees of Shiva, they smoke ganja and marijuana, and they say, oh, Lord Shiva drank poison, so I also can, well, drink poison first, then smoke the ganja. If you can survive drinking poison, then you are allowed to smoke the ganja, not before. And sometimes they say that Lord Shiva himself did smoke ganja. That is partially true, because Lord Shiva did that only the day when he was going to destroy the whole universe. So entered the mood of destruction, he smoked ganja only that day. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada explains that if somebody smokes ganja, he's calling death closer to himself. So you're destroying your own body, not the universe. You're destroying yourself by doing intoxication. So that's not very intelligent. Anyway, if you have any questions or comment, please do. And thank you, Satchitanoi, for inviting to your home this evening at 6. Everybody is invited. Like, welcome.
Maharaj, I have Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Very
you, Maharaj. It's a pleasure to see you back
Thank
in
you.
New York. You always tells us these beautiful, wonderful pastimes. That's the life and soul of the devotees, of the Vaishnavas, to hear this. I have some comment and question. In the verse, in the purport, is mentioned that Nandi, he cursed. When the curses were going back and forth, it was mentioning that those who support Dakṣa will be bereft of transcendental knowledge.
Right.
So that's okay. So then I was recollecting all the other aspects of life that were in our present time we're seeing. We see that sometimes every group or every religious group wants to present that their leader is the best. Everybody wants that their leader is the topmost and no one else is there.
Well,
bigger than
we
that.
we can say that about Srila Prabhupada
Yeah.
without any error or mistake.
Yeah. And even in like in spirituality, in spiritual grounds, we find that.
Yeah.
So then the description is given that because Dakṣa, the very materialistic, bodily concept of life, family, children. So it is to say, now my question will be, it is to say also that because some other religious processes, sometimes they might not be at the same level that we have, teaching love of God, Bhakti, so therefore they have that kind of understanding and they cannot go further than that.
That's right. That's right. I've seen that too. That most religion, they have they think by being pious, being religious, I will get some material benefits in life, So even for example, all the religion, the Jew religion, they made a pact with God that we will worship you, but we expect some material benefit that our clan will expand, as many stars in the sky, something like that, isn't? So, of course, they're considered pious because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 4 types of people approach me: those who are in need, those who are courteous, those who are inquisitive, and those who are seeking the truth, those who are looking for relief of suffering. So they are considered pious, definitely, because they are approaching God. But it is karma mishra bhakti, it's devotion mixed with material desire. It's not pure bhakti, So, Srimad Bhagavatam, very Prabhupada very clearly said, establish the importance of pure devotional service without material motives, ulterior motives. So that's the difference. Because even Vyasadeva, he was chastised by his Guru Narad Muni. You compiled all the scriptures, but you're motivating people to get material benefit from devotional service, And sometimes devotees get confused because they read the stories of Ekadasi, and some of those histories actually, they offer some material benefit, isn't it? To burn past karma, But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that there is a difference between pious karmis observing Ekadasi and devotees. Pious karmi observe Ekadasi to burn or past bad karma. But devotee, they follow Ekadasi just to increase their love and devotion for Shri Govinda. So there's a difference. So if devotee think I'm following Ekadasi, fasting to burn karma, you are thinking like a materialist, pious person. So we should be careful with that. I know one devotee in Mexico who will fast on Ekadasi completely and go to the gym to burn not only karma, but that's also calories. That's not the purpose of following Ekadasi. Or any practice of devotional service. So we have to be careful about that mentality, no? Kevin, isn't? What is
you can call me Kevin. I go by Krishna Kumar Das now.
Oh, congratulations.
Hare
I knew him as Kevin long time ago.
Thank you, Maharaj.
I'm happy you. Krishna
Kumar. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful name.
That was a wonderful class, and I especially have been trying to meditate on the pastime of Brahma stealing the cowherd boys.
Yeah.
One detail that our acharyas say is that even the cowherd boys love Krishna the most, so there's no envy. It's in material society we're thinking, oh, my parents need to love me the most, or like the mother is thinking, oh, this is my child, I have to show my love by. But how can we understand their mood of, they're seeing Krishna as the son of Yashoda, but they're all they're simultaneously performing their duty without envy and also displaying this like transcendental love. How do we understand that?
Well, that is the atmosphere of Vrindavan, everybody loves everybody, but they love Krishna the most. They love each other very dearly, no doubt. But Krishna is the center of their love. They love everyone because everyone is related to Krishna. That's the secret, no? So there is no duality there in their behavior.
Is that Ishvarya if they know everyone's related to Krishna?
Everybody is either Krishna's parent, Krishna's friend, Krishna's servant, Krishna's gopis, girlfriends, everybody is related to Krishna. And that's a fact that even the acharyas explain, that Prabhupada said that in our line, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Vaishnava aspire only three of the rasas, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. And also it is explained in the Shastra and Acharyas that our goal is not Goloka, our goal is Gokula. Meaning, when devotee reach perfection in this life or in a future life, he doesn't go directly to Goloka. No, he has to be born in another universe where Krishna is performing his pastime. He has to be born from the womb of a gopi. And according to his rasa that he already nurtured in the previous life, he becomes a gopa or a gopi. Elderly or lover or motherly or fatherly love for Krishna, So this is otherwise, if you just arrive in Goloka like this, and who's this? We don't know. This newcomer from where came up. That happened to Lord Śiva, Lord Śiva wanted to see the Rasa Lila. So he went to see Yogamaya. What is the name of Yogamaya in Vrindavan? Purnamasi, very good. Ask her for help. She told him, okay, take bath here in this kunda. You will, because you can't see that in male form, you have to become a gopi, that take a female form. So he was eager to see that, and he became a little girl, young girl, and he was hiding in the bushes watching the Ras Lila. He was completely in ecstasy, mesmerized by the sound of the music, and the dancing was out of this world, literally. But Krishna stopped the dancing and told the gopis, there is somebody who shouldn't be here. Go find around the bushes. And they found Shiva. They start interrogating him. Who are you? Where do you live? What is the name of your parents? What is the name of your parents-in-law? Your husband? What village are you from? Shiva couldn't answer any of those questions. So they started slapping him. Maybe you are a spy sent by Kamsa. Confess. Then Purnamasi came, no. She is under my protection. She is Mahadev. And I bless her, please. Krishna bless her. So Krishna smiled and said, yes. Now you will become Gopishwar. Gopishwar means he is Gopi and he is also Ishwar, both. No? So in Vrindavan there is a Gopishwar temple. Every evening they put a veil and a nose ring, to prepare him to, because Krishna gave him the service, every night you must come guard the door of the Ras Leela. So no unfit person can come in. So Shiva does that service. I mean, he's very, very high, elevated devotee, no? Yes.
Thank you for clarifying that, Maharaj. It's actually great that you did, because it's a general misconception in our community that many people, because we have the slogan, back to Godhead, so they think that you're done in this life and then you suddenly appear in the spiritual world. But then when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita and the teachings of Sanatana Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that, and Prabhupada make really huge elaborate purports about this, and he explained the same. You say that when a sadhaka reaches perfection in this life, he attains a birth in a material universe where Krishna is performing his spasm, and as you say, he takes birth in a womb of a gopi, and then he's trained according to the rasa that he performed, which also leads to say that a devotee must, a sadhaka must perform, or at least try to attain raganuga bhakti in this very lifetime in one of the rasas that you mentioned, not like doing whatever he wants, or just like some people. I mean, no offense, but many people say just chant 16 rounds and go with the flow. And well, that's not what Prabhupada says. Actually, when we read Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Chaitanya Charitamrita, the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and then Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes on explaining, I believe it's in the Chaitanya Shikshamrita or Dasa Tattvamula, one of the two. He explains that once you get that birth in Gokula, then that's when your identity is being given by the grace of the spiritual master. He tells you, okay, you live in the house, then this is your mother, and this is your father, and these are your friends. So that when you go to the spiritual world, you already know who you are.
Yeah, and
you know there, like people know, like
and people already know you also.
And then Shivaram Maharaj explains in his book Sankalpa Kaumudi that he put the example of Gopakumar, that when he arrived there, everyone knew already who he was, and Krishna greeted him by his name. So that is something that we all devotees should know or must know. It's not like we're just coming here chanting and then voila,
we have to go more deeper in our philosophy.
Exactly. That's the point. So thank you very much for
thank you for the comments. Very nice. Yes.
In the past time, though, Lord Krishna, and when Balaram was there, you mentioned it very nicely. I just thought that there was one aspect that caught my attention. It's that Lord Balaram, being the God servitor, one of the first expansions of Krishna, he also becomes a little bit bewildered, just a little bit, just for a few seconds. So sometimes when devotees will read the scriptures, we may go, how is it that happened? Well, here you have Lord Balaram, God's servitor, who also, he was wondering, he said, what is this magic? Who is behind all this? And then he said, this cannot be other than my dear Krishna, brother Krishna.
That's Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya makes him forget, makes everybody forget Krishna's Godhead. Otherwise, how they can chastise him, the gopis. Krishna say, I enjoy more the rebuking of the gopis than the prayer of the Vedas personified. Why is that? Because everybody is praising him throughout the universe. He likes to be sometime, chastised, rebuked. And for that, Yogamaya helped in the pastime, making them forget. So Krishna enjoys because it is out of pure love. That's the main point.
And isn't it, Maharaj, that also Yogamaya has a very elevated service because she also makes Krishna himself being, like covered that he's not God in Vrindavan.
Yeah. He doesn't care to be God. And, when Krishna danced on Kaliya, all the gopis fell in love with him, all of them. And they wanted him to be their husband. So, but their marriage was already arranged. So they were very, very much depressed because of that. They didn't want any man to touch them but Krishna. So all of them went early in the morning to the Yamuna with the intention to drown themselves. But Yamuna Devi, and they saw each other, what are you doing? They didn't know that all of them fell in love with Krishna. Each one of them thought, only me fell in love with Krishna. But then they revealed their mind to each other. They understood, all of us fell in love with Krishna. But then Yamuna Devi appeared to all of them. Purnamasi also came, and they were giving assurance that they will protect them. Even if they are married, their husband will not be able to touch them by the power of Yogamaya. Only Krishna is the only one who can touch them. So they were very happy with that arrangement, Yes.
Hare Krishna, thank you for class. I wanted to ask about Lord Śiva, but when Ganganath Prabhu was commenting, I have a question regarding his comment.
Yes.
He said that when Gopakumar came to Goloka, everyone knew. As far as I read, Krishna knew. He says, so Sarupa, he felt unconscious Krishna even. They embraced each other, but everyone didn't knew. It means they see him first time, Sarupa. So it means Gopakumar has never been there, it means. Oh. Is that correct? Because everyone didn't know. Well, it's not that everyone knew. Yeah.
Only Krishna knew because Sanatana Goswami explained that his guru of Gopakumar was actually an expansion of Krishna. His guru in Govardhan, he had a guru, but he explained that his guru was Krishna himself in a different form, guiding him, And sometimes I hear devotees saying, is the story of Gopakumar fictitious or is it real? If Sanatana Goswami tells the story, it must be real. It happened another dimension, another time, And you're correct, yeah. Only Krishna knew who he was.
An interesting point that he has never been there. Okay, we will not go into topic, follow or not follow, but he has never been there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's true. He went, it was amazing. When Gopakumar arrived in Vaikuntha, he went through Vaikuntha, and all the Vaikuntha Vasis told him, why you're dressed like a coward, man? We can give you better dress, more opulent dress. No, I'm okay. I am attached to my dress as a Gopa. Okay, doesn't matter. When you go in front of Lord Narayan, you must offer prayers to him with devotion, with folded hand and great feeling of love. Yes. And they presented him in front of Narayan. And what he did, he jumped in his lap and started kissing his cheeks. Narayan was like embarrassed, he blushed. But he was happy that somebody showing such a spontaneous love, And to please him, Narayan sometimes take the shape of Krishna playing flute with coward boys as associate and cows. But again he become Narayan, accepting great opulence and great worship. So Gopakumar wasn't happy. And Narad Muni arrived in Vaikuntha, saw the whole thing. And he called Gopakumar and asked him, this is the first time that somebody is not happy even in Vaikuntha. This is a mystery. Your place is not here. I will tell you, I will direct you how to reach Golok, but you have to stop first on the way in Ayodhya. You will be nicely received there by Hanuman and Lord Ramchandra. Stay some time there before going to Golok. And as soon as he arrived, he's showing the pathway. There's a pathway how to go from Vaikuntha to another Vaikuntha, which is Ayodhya. And when he reached there, Hanuman hugged him and jumped him in the air along with him, welcoming him, and took him to Lord Ramchandra. Ramchandra make him sit next to him. They ate together, had sweet word exchange. He was happy. It was better. It was much better. But after some time, Ramchandra told Hanuman, he is a devotee of Krishna. Direct him to Golok. Show him the pathway to Golok. And that's when he arrived. In Golok.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
So in the beginning you said that Shiva meditating on Supreme Lord during this pastimes when we read now.
Yeah.
So my question is, what kind of Lord he was meditating on? Because we know that this pastime, like you said, with Rasa Lila and also Radha Kripa Kataksha he created. So what is his aspiration? Which Lord is his object of meditation?
Well, he meditated also on Lord Ramachandra. He was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. Partial expansion of him is Hanuman, is eternal servant of Lord Ramachandra. But his main attraction is toward Krishna and Vrindavan. That is his main attraction. He may meditate also in other forms of the Lord, but his main attraction is Braja Lila. And he wrote this beautiful song, what is that name?
The Kripa Kataksha.
Yeah, he wrote that song. That means he wants the mercy of Radharani, So he's also Rasika Bhakta.
So that means during this pastime he was meditating on Radharani. That means during this pastime Shiva was meditating on Radharani.
Yeah, most probably.
Yes.
We can't know his mind, but we know that he's always absorbed in thoughts of the Lord, either mainly in his form as Krishna, Radha Krishna. Although he sometimes may meditate on Lord Ramachandra. When he was on this planet, he was, he was into Ram Lila, of course. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Okay.